Happy Friday, little ferals, and welcome back to the latest episode of the Laura and Becky Show, a special one just for you guys. So we were on the radio, we got the sack, we flew off to Mallorca, we drank lots and we drowned our sorrows, and then we decided to start a podcast.
We are in collaboration with East Midlands Airport. We're sponsored by Red Brick Estate Agents and Prince Family Law Solicitors. So it's Friday. Hopefully I'm currently sunbathing. It always freaks me out a little bit because I'm kind of like, when you hear this, it's in the past, but it's not in the past because we're talking in the future.
Oh God, that's just confused me even more. So we've pre-recorded this because Laura is on holiday.
Yeah.
And it's just for the little ferals. But we've got a treat for you today, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is a treat. We're going to delve into how Becky got a new boyfriend.
Yes, we are.
How he's come about.
It's quite a story. And obviously not everyone's going to hear this. This is just for you guys, for the little ferals. But before we do that, I should say hi to one of my friends who listens to this podcast as well. Really random, right? I mean, she likes going for walks and stuff, but she messaged me going, oh yeah, I'm climbing Kilimanjaro at the weekend. I was like, I'm sorry, what?
So she's to Africa?
Yeah, flying to Africa to climb Kilimanjaro. Done no training for it.
Do you have to train for it?
Well, I think it's quite...
Looks, it's the altitude, isn't it?
That's what it is.
It's a bit like...
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Kilimanjaro is not like a particularly dangerous one. It's not like Everest or anything. It's not like that. But it's a big deal doing it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
What's she doing it for? Just fun?
So it's Leanne who's doing it, and she's doing it... It's either for charity or for fun. I can't remember which one. But I was literally like, where has this come from? But I think her and her friend decided on a bit of a whim to do it. And now it's actually happening. And she's really nervous about doing it.
Yeah, I've watched Comic Relief before. You know, they always... And that,
Cheryl did it, didn't she?
I think of her.
So do I. Whenever I hear Kilimanjaro, I think of Cheryl Cole.
So me too.
Yeah, but didn't she have some sort of like altitude sickness and they had to stop for a while? And so I think it's tough going. So absolute fair play. And also, I think like the sunrises and sunsets are meant to be incredible from up there, aren't they?
Any animals up there they need to be aware of? Bears? Enough bears in the house? I don't know. God.
Some birds will be up there, I guess, won't they?
Birds.
So good luck,
the vultures.
Leanne.
Go smash it. Let us know. Send us a photo.
Yeah, please do. Tag us in it because we'd like to see that. But go on, girl.
For you.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So let's get down to the nitty gritty of you having a boyfriend.
Yes. So, I mean, as we've done previously with all of the men I've dated, we've given them nicknames, haven't we? So we're going to do the same thing for the new boyfriend and all will become clear. I mean, his name is pretty self-explanatory anyway.
Have we discussed this nickname?
Well, it's pretty obvious. It's just...
What is it?
It's...
I actually don't know.
So the reason we're being all a bit coy is to do with his job. So he is ex-SAS.
Yeah.
But ex-SAS very recently. So he left the SAS this year. So obviously he's very used to like being undercover, covert operations, going dark, burner phones, having that disappearing message thing on. It's all very like, being on no social media.
What's his nickname then, babe?
SAS.
Right.
Yep.
SAS.
Took us a long time.
I didn't take me any time. You've come up with that all by yourself.
Yeah. So we're going to call him Mr. SAS, I think.
Mr. SAS.
Yeah, so that's what we'll call him. Because we're not going to reveal his real name or his face. We can't. There's reasons.
Could we not call him James Bond?
I don't know if he'd like that.
No? Okay. No. Mr. SAS then.
I think it does what it does the job.
We could call him Mr. SAS, but that makes him sound like he should be on like RuPaul's Drag Race.
Well, it's a funny thing, right? So obviously the SAS camp is based where I'm from, so in Hereford. Yeah. So obviously it's really well known in Hereford. Every day on my day to college, I used to like drive past and I used to think, I wonder what goes on in there. And used to hear all these rumours and stories about like secret tunnels and like all sorts of stuff going on. There's massive gates around it. And there's armed officers on the gates with big guns. And I used to literally drive past every day and think, oh, God, I'd like to get in there.
Well, mate, can.
Now I can. It's only taken me nearly 40 years, but I'm going to get into that SAS camp if it kills me, mate. So...
Well, it might do. They might have to. If you get in.
They might not let me back out again. I might be in the SAS camp forevermore. But people in Hereford call it the SAS camp.
Right.
That's what we've always called it. But yeah, let's call him Mr. SAS because then everyone will just know who we're talking about.
Okay.
So we first met, let's go way back. So first met talking on a dating app, right? He won't mind me saying this. But obviously when you're on a dating app, and people who are on dating apps and have gone through the dating will know this, right?
Wait, well, hang on. He won't listen to this.
He might do. He might sign up as a little feral.
He's going to sign up as a little feral.
He might do, yeah.
Probably should have already.
I know. Why hasn't he already?
Also, we're going to know, we might spot him.
Yeah, we might spot him. We'll keep an eye out for him. Yeah, he might have listened to this one.
JamesBond@gmail.com.
Mr. SAS. Oh, that'll be him. Wonder who that could be. So we were talking, and when obviously you're talking to someone on dating sites, you get the same old boring conversations. It's relentless on them, right? It's like, hiya, where are you from? What do you do? And it is quite dull and monotonous, right? Anyway, we started talking. So obviously I asked him what he did quite early on. He didn't like it.
Oh.
His defences went up straight away.
Right.
And he went, oh, let's talk about that another time. But that's like a red rag to a bull with me, right? If somebody is trying to not talk about something, I'll ask more questions and I'll dig a little bit deeper. So that's exactly what I did. So obviously I knew he was from Hereford.
Yeah.
And because he was being all coy, I obviously thought he's SAS. Because if you're from Hereford and don't talk about what you do, you're going to be SAS.
Yeah.
So I straight away went on the dating site. I was like, are you SAS? And then he went all really weird with me. I can't talk about it on here. Oh. And obviously I went, you up. But I kept going. I kept pushing and pushing and pushing. It's a wonder he's still talking to me. But anyway, I pushed it so hard. He's told me since he thought I was a Russian spy. He thought I'd been sent to get him. And then it got me thinking, maybe I could be a Russian spy.
Maybe I am a Russian spy.
Maybe I am.
We've got to stop saying that because the cyber...
We'll have someone after us, won't we? Yeah. So that's how we first got talking. But he did not like it that I was firing so many questions at. But you know what? I'm very interested in people. I like asking questions.
Yeah.
So then he said to me, can we go to WhatsApp? Which is quite a normal thing to say on the date. So I was like, yeah, sure. So I gave him my number. Went over onto WhatsApp, but then he had that disappearing messaging. And like, you know, quite a lot of people do have this on, but it put me about a little bit after the conversation we'd had. And then he had this disappearing messaging going, your messages will automatically disappear after 24 hours. It all just made me a bit on edge, right? So I said this to him on WhatsApp. Anyway, he turned it off. He said, listen, to make you more at ease, I'll turn that off. I thought, oh, okay.
Right.
And he's never put it back on since.
Right, that's good.
He trusts me.
Yeah, that's good.
But he shouldn't. No, I'm joking. So yeah, so that was that. So that's how we initially met. So we went on a few dates, and obviously you know all about this. But there was one date in particular that we want to talk about today because it was so funny and so surreal. And nuts.
Well, I didn't even know this place existed. I was like...
Neither did I.
What? Where you going?
Yeah, neither did I. So I met him in London to go for dinner and then stayed with him. And we were staying at like a top secret, like SAS secret agent.
Was it an armed... No,
place.
it's the armed forces...
Probably better not say what it is.
Oh, no, you can Google it, babe.
No, I know, but I don't particularly want people knowing...
What?
You know. Well, anyway, it's a secret club, okay? Let's just leave it at that. It's a secret club.
Don't want anyone knowing what?
Well, I don't know. I don't like, let's keep the name out of it. So it's a secret club and it's got a bare door, right? So there's no like signage on the door or anything.
Right.
So you don't know.
It doesn't go secret club over the top of it.
No.
Shh. Don't the secret club.
Don't come in here. Give it 3 secret knocks and then you can come in. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She knows it.
And it just goes, give us the password. Secret club. Yes, come in.
Is it password 1 exclamation mark? Yes. Come in.
So, but this club, right? So it's 4 people who've been like in secret bits in the armed forces or MI5 and MI 6.
Jesus.
Yeah. So when I was in there, I was walking around, I was looking everyone up and down thinking, is that James Bond?
Is it been in a James Bond? It's got to have been in a James Bond episode.
Don't know. I need to Google that. But it was very
when you walk
exciting.
Round, was it just like...
Yeah, it was James Bond sat over again, martini, shaken, not stirred.
Was anyone sat at the bar drinking a martini? Just say yes, so we all...
Yeah. And they were all in tuxes and were carrying guns. Okay. And I also saw Jaws in there. And I saw
the shark?
Midget. No, Jaws from James Bond. I saw Mayday in
Why
there.
would there be a shark?
I saw Jaws. I saw
what's that?
Midget. I saw Odd Job. He was in there.
Right.
Who were some other characters from James Bond? Zorro.
Who's the guy with the cat? Was the cat in there?
The cat was in there, yeah.
The cat was just
Zorro. The man with the golden
sword.
Gun. No, Zorro's the man with the hot air balloon.
So you've got Jaws the shark, Zorro with his sword.
It's a right old mishmash in there, guys. Anyone can get in. Who's the man with the golden gun? He was in there.
Was Austin Powers in there? Yeah, chuck him in.
They didn't let him in.
No,
he didn't know the password. Yeah. But it was exciting.
Did you think you've been watched at all times?
Oh, absolutely. I thought probably the second I walked in, everyone knew everything about me. They were like, she's done this, she's done that. That's her middle name. That's her mum's name. That's where she works. Yeah.
You'd have walked in there and they'd have gone, oh, hang on a second.
Yeah.
You'd have got a few tongues wagging.
Yeah. Or she's not one of us.
Who's this?
She's not undercover.
Any other birds in there?
No, I didn't see any other women in there.
No idea of it's heaven for you. That
do you know what? I never wanted to leave. I was like, book me in here for the rest of the week. I'll be happy as Larry. Yeah, and even when you're having conversations, it's all very hush hush in there. Everyone having quiet conversations.
Whisper?
They do. They whisper.
Hello there.
Yeah. And it's all
when you checked in, did you use the secret code name?
It's all code words.
Stop it.
It's all like, Alpha Delta. Yep.
What's that mean?
Roger that.
Roger
Mate,
that.
I don't know. I don't know what any of it means.
Right.
Yeah.
So when he booked in, was he like,
had a fake name.
what? You can't say what it is.
I can't say what it is.
Oh, damn it. Was it like Mr. Gadget? Was it Inspector Gadget?
No, it was not Inspector Gadget.
Was it a fake name, just normal, like
It was normal-ish.
Craig Barnes?
I can't reveal. But
does he change his secret name?
I actually don't know.
Do you know what though? I'm going to save these questions.
Yes. Well, you've met him, haven't you, once?
He looked terrified.
Do you know what this is? This is the weird thing, isn't it? Like, I mean, let's just get this clear, guys. He's been in all sorts of situations with all sorts of people, right? They didn't break him. He met Laura Summers for all of half an hour. He was a quivering wreck.
Well, there's a lot more to talk about, but I'm aware of time and we can keep this going, can't we?
Absolutely.
This is just scratching the surface. However, let's talk about when I met him.
Yeah.
I'd spoken to him on FaceTime.
Yes.
And I went round your house and I was like, yeah, I'll pop over. I can't remember why I was popping over. Oh, we had a call. We had a call, but we did it from your house because he was there and I went to meet him. So I walked in the house and you're like, oh, and you had your next door neighbour's dog and Lily was out with her friend. And I was like, where's the man? Like, never mind all this small talk. Where is he? And you're like, oh, he's in the garden. So I went, right, strode out. He just looked, he looked terrified. His eyes were wide. And then I went to hug him and give him like a mwah, mwah, but we both went the same way.
Oh, I hate that.
And it was so awkward. It was very awkward.
Yeah.
And then I just went, nice wheels. And he just went, what? And I was like, nice wheels. Oh, and he went, oh, what, the Land Rover? I was like, I really like those cars. Yeah, I really like them. And I just thought, oh, Laura, shut up. You're stupid.
Oh, how awkward.
And then you came out and we sat down. I thought you had told him a plan that we had. And
no,
you hadn't. So
I hadn't said anything.
I just blurted it out and he literally was just like...
Yeah, so basically Laura and I had a conversation and we have got a plan for him on this podcast to get him in. But I hadn't relayed this to him. Yeah, I thought we'd I'd do it.
Ease him in gently.
And Laura literally just went, right, you're going to do this. And and he did. He went very quiet. And because also as well, right, media is not his thing. He has stayed away from it his whole life. So for him, like coming on social media or a podcast is a big deal, right?
He likes it. Well, he's got a secret name for God's sake.
Yes. So he was literally, I could see him looking at you, looking at me, looking back and forth. I think we broke him that night. I think we broke him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what I loved it, he was like, he went, I don't want to, affect Becky's creativity. I went, don't worry about Becky. She's creative enough. Don't you worry.
She'll be fine.
Worry.
Yeah. He was almost making excuses not to. He's like,
really
girls,
was.
honestly, I don't need to come on. Don't feel you need to. We're like, no.
Oh, you're on, mate.
It's
the part of the package. Do you know what I mean?
Are we saying what our plans are?
No,
not
yet.
Okay.
No, let's do that.
Come,
let's do that next week. One thing I will say is very, very nice gentleman, and what I love the most is that he is obviously very, this time, we'll meet at this time, we'll do this and do that.
He's regimented.
You are the polar opposite.
Well, we're going to have to talk a bit more about that on other pods because I'm a last minute Larry. I'm very chilled. I'm practically horizontal, but he is very he likes a plan and he likes to be on time. Yeah. So we'll come on to that on another pod.
But there we go. So what we call Mr. S, I think we need a better name.
But I think what better name is there than that?
Okay,
I think it does what it says on the tin.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right then. Well, there'll be more and he'll be on the pod. We might have to change his voice.
Oh, yes. Can't wait.
Have a good weekend.